on. There, now my thing is on. Forgive me, I'll be eating my lunch during the stream. We did not do a team lunch because our meeting went so long. I got it scanned for. It's all good. Not lentils. Today it is some really crappy pad thai out of a plastic container, no less. Hold on a second. I gotta get the game up. I'm gonna go play on QA. And also, days like today are a good reminder of why it's awesome working at home. It was about a 55-minute drive home for me from the other side of Austin, from our data center. And you're going to have to look at me for a minute because I'm going to be patching up on QA for a few minutes. Let's see. Alright, got a fresh question log going, so everybody will show us 0 questions in it. Move the others to my best of list. When will we get the patch for QA? So one of the builds failed this morning, but you should get a patch this afternoon. I've not gone to check to see the exact state of the build, but I think it's all good. Alright, let me check my patching. Oops, says I'm ready. Let's play. Hey, thank you very much, Snugs. Snugs, you might want to avert your eyes today. I'm going to be getting on QA to test the balance of the taming stuff. Now that we have all the pieces together, I think we figured out most of the gotchas for the nasty guys. So I may be pre-nerfing taming stuff before it goes to live. So it's not really a nerf if I just change something on QA. Hoagie Boomer, I know exactly what that is. Thank you very much for that reminder. I can fix that right now. Which they are set to 0. Alright, I'll have to go test. Hold on, let me see if I can get back to the camera thing there. So the problem is you have to have the skill above it to some level. Okay, now I can get small again. Boop. Mojito, if you're not going to be in your bed, I'm going to cover you up. Alright, buddy. Your call. Oh, and I got to get the raffle bot up. Hold on. QA build is not live yet, I don't think. Let me check to see what the state of it is. Yes, the QA build run me first PC. So the PC client has failed, but that one is the quick one. Oh no, it just updated. Never mind. So it finished 3 hours ago. We just need to upload it and click the button. I will ask Burning Toad to do that. I could click the button, but he gets paid per button click, so I let him do it. That's not true. Let's see. Man, my fingers were on all the wrong keys today. Hey, thank you very much, Artemis. lost my dog. So I think I should be on the newer one. Well, it's 527 still. Dubswub Raid 24, thank you very much. But got lots of stuff to talk about today. Got a few things to test here. I'll be doing that shortly. I'm going to go make sure. So yesterday I was showing... Hey, thank you very much, T-Branch. Yesterday I tested some taming of the destroyer level, or whatever we want to call the top guys. And every time I tame them, I get a dragon, a yellow dragon. So according to B, that is not happening. Oh, and thank you very much, Snugs, for the sub. But apparently, yeah, these guys right here. Apparently that does not happen with the actual QA client on the server. We're going to look into why. But he says that he verified that they work, so I'm going to go test. Uh-oh. Mm-mm. Wah, wah. Can't find the nav mesh for the spawner. Can't find the nav mesh for the spawner. Well, this may be a really short test. Let's see. So, wolves. Whoop. Obsidian wolf. Is that what it is? What are you? Who are you? You're only adventure level 80? That's not what I want. I want the Obsidian Destroyer. Hey, Liberty Lover, thank you very much for the subscription. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For the 2x subscription. Well, my dragon isn't one-hitting it, so apparently some of the stuff is fixed. Alright, last bite of my food, and then I'm done with my lunch. Our meeting went so long today, we all skipped lunch. There it is, last bite. Alright. Now I can get down to business and answer questions. Do. Any plans for town market search and make you walk to the vendor? Oh my god, like how we have you walk to the crafting station or a node? Do your slow walk across the world to the vendor? I think this is a tamed young dragon, but the thing that was missing about this is I tamed a Corpion, a Destroyer, Darkstar Destroyer Corpion, and I got a yellow dragon instead. So I tamed it and look at my necklace afterwards and it was yellow dragon. That's what we'd seen, was everything was turned into a yellow dragon for some reason. Let's see. It can please be an artifact that buffs elementals, lesser demons to do stuff. So the only thing I'm getting an artifact in for other than taming for this release, well, there's a couple that are just kind of generic combat type stuff, but for the pet stuff, there's going to be one of the artifacts that'll come out of the new dungeon. Tartarus is going to be a item for necromancers. Obviously come from the second level where there's lots of undead stuff going on. So they're going to get something, and I actually decided to throw them a bone, even though Death Magic guys already have a lot of cool stuff and a lot of unique stuff for them. But with the warding stuff, they are the ones getting most heavily hit by the changes for warding, because each of the schools, if you look at them, it's like there's an opposite school that has something going for it. Somebody uses earth magic, somebody uses air magic, somebody uses fire magic, somebody uses sun magic for life magic. If you don't want death magic, I mean, there's no real downside for it. So, but anyways, so I expect everybody's going to have the death warding, unless they're a hardcore death person. So to give them something, I've boosted. There's an artifact just for them and for pets that does some unique stuff. It adds a life tap, a life drain to undead if you're wearing the item. So it gives your pet, your skeleton, because I looked at first of doing something like, well, let's just make it so it doesn't reduce the health as quick on the undead. But that kind of felt boring, and we already do that in a couple different ways. So this is actually something different, where if you summon something and have it in combat, it actually does a chance to do a life tap. So again, trying to think about things and not just like do the knee-jerk and go do the exact same thing, make them a little more interesting. Yeah, Hoagie Boomer. So I'm going to have to look into that. That's what just came up. I just verified that I have them all set to the skill above it can be a 0. So I've got that. So I think that's going to be a code thing. I have to go in and modify some code so that it does not check the skill above it. Hold on, I'm going to go blow my nose. I'll be right back. Hang tight. I'll be right back. I'm back. Oh, come on, Trader Dog, get in your bed. Go get in your bed if you want me to be nice to you. 26? Ah, crap. So if you did one of the specials yesterday, I've clearly not gotten my email. Just because we basically have today and tomorrow. I probably will not get to them until Thursday morning. Get to the extra special rewards. Let's see. Anakitos. Yes, it is absolutely possible to make some slaying stuff. There's actually one slaying type sword in the game. I just never really advertised it much. It is an artifact sword that does double damage against elementals. I forget what it's called. I can go find it for you. Maybe people out there know, but it doesn't say anything about what it does on it. That again was one of my experiments into let's be mysterious and make them figure it out. You guys hate that. You think you like it, but you hate it. Let me go and look, and yes, we know the stretch goal on the front page is going up and down and up and down and up and down. We'll get it updated at each morning. And working on a long-term fix, but one is not done right now. Bob's Sword of Elemental Smacking. That's Mace of Unsummoning. That's it. Oop of the Veil. That's what it is. But yeah, that was kind of an experiment I did with Slain. But yeah, I need to have some more Slain stuff in there. Maybe this release there'll be a little more Slain stuff. Huh? Hold on, I'm gonna open a soda. Technically not a soda. Who drinks sodas? It's flavored water. It's not LaCroix, but it's a local Waterloo. It's a local brand, but it's pretty much the same as LaCroix. The wife likes it better, so we get that. And I think if you have not had a LaCroix, it is pretty much as I've seen. This is a tweet I saw that I laughed my butt off on. But LaCroix is like drinking effervescent water while someone screams the name of a fruit from the next room. So Orange! Orange LaCroix. Oh, I gotta get that. I still don't have the thing up. Hold on. I don't have the giveaway going. We're going to start off because I'm not on live, so I don't even know what's on sale. So we're just going to start off with the fairy belt because that's boring and a good way to start off the day. Now you guys can enter the raffle. Sorry about that. So it looks like my attempt to go and do some testing here in our dev stuff looks like it may already be done. Let's see. Yeah, see, maybe it's only on dev right now. I don't want to make you guys look at dev. Boo. Oh, high-tiered tamables. There they are. Why didn't you guys tell me it said that on the sign? Let's see. Let me dismiss that turkey right there. Come on. Why can't I click my Lupine Destroyer? We'll try the Dark Star. Wait, is that a Scorpion? I think that's got to be a Scorpion. Hold on, I gotta get my thing, I gotta get my other thing, gotta get my necklace. Got my necklace, I gotta get in there and tame it if I got my taming skill on my tree. Do. Yeah, there we go. Oh, where'd it go? These spawn kind of wonky. Hey, bud. Let's see. What's my chance? Oh, I'm probably still have a 200 skill. Lichmister. Oh, looks like I got it. Moment of truth. You guys ready? I'm going to mouse over my necklace here. We'll see if it says something other than Yellow Dragon. Young Yellow Dragon! Alright. So that's also no good on QA. That's all I needed to test, really. Lame. But yes, the artifact, Lichmister, was... it increases the... It gives undead, existing undead, it gives them a chance to do, in addition to hitting, they have a chance to do a life drain as well. So basically transfer of health in addition to the normal attack. So they'll hit, and then they may life drain. And then the life drain, of course, is refilling their health, which is kind of important if you're an undead who is slowly dying. So yeah, again, that was me trying to get to the point where you guys don't have to constantly heal, you know, or worry about your pet slowly dying off over time, but also adding in like a little flavor to it that feels semi-appropriate. Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Hold on. Sinuses! Everything's completely fine. Let me check, make sure I don't have anything on my face. I think I'm good. Alright, so now I can log into live. I've got my testing out of the way there. And let me, there's at least one topic I already promised some people I would talk about. Let me get my live client going. Oh, and the one topic is on changes to basically moving the stretch goal to just be rewards, and how the reward stuff is going to be changing over time. Alright, let me close that guy. Quit. Leave now. GM Live. think that, there we go. Lich Mister, I have not looked into it. I've got a whole list of bugs. This is going to be one of those releases where I'm just trying to get my stuff done and the new stuff not to be buggy. And then we'll be doing patches for days afterwards. So not the type of release we like. But we had some big changes going in this week that aren't even visible to you. One scary one we still need to do some more testing on, which is the some database changes needed to happen as we continue to move towards the idea that you can place no drop items, and we're changing ownership to solve a lot of problems and a lot of support issues. So there's a lot of underpinning work and levels of abstraction stuff that had to change, and that all went in. And so far, so good. We'll see. Again, to you guys, there's not going to be any difference, any visible difference. This is just how we manage things under the covers. So that's the type of thing that we want to do on a release if we're going to be doing any more work on it. We want to make sure it's on a release so we can do a data migration. Which is, in case you guys wonder, when we have our downtime, that horrible 2 hours when we're not online each release, that is when we're doing all these data migrations and moving things over and testing and making sure everything works. Lich Mister, I do hope, as I've said, I do hope to have time next release to do some more of the pets. Mojito, you're right here. I see you. Where are you, buddy? Where'd my dog go? There he is. Oh, he's fast. Mojito. Hush. 1 second while I beat the dog. Come in here, buddy. Get in your bed. Get in your bed. He does not actually obey. So, enough on the chit-chat stuff. Here, let me go check something real quick. I was trying to find the thread that Starred posted. I can go over the base details. For those who had missed it, we're changing up, for a number of reasons, we're changing up how we do reward stuff. I don't think Star captured all the details in his post, because there's a lot of reasons why we're doing this. So the short version is, previously we pretended we had these stretch goals, but for 20 releases or so, we've seen from the data, it's not actually a stretch goal, meaning that it doesn't actually drive sales. There's very little visible evidence that people are stretching or spending more for them. So that's part of the problem. So another part of the problem is this is very much is a Kickstarter, not a real game way of doing things, having this monthly, here's our numbers that we want to hit and we have some random thing. So then the third and biggest thing, and actually there's about 10 things, but the third big item is that previously we had a random number of things because we didn't know how many we were going to get. We couldn't pre-make them all. We'd try to pre-make them, but basically we fell behind on those and kept falling behind. So then we have the problem that we're 3 releases behind or something on the old stretch items, and then that turns into about half a dozen customer support tickets a day from people saying, I backed you in 63 and I never got my items. So it's kind of been one of our rules all along, is we almost always have, if we're selling something, we want you to get it right then, right now. It's not just better for us in terms of support, it's better for you guys because you get the item immediately. It's instant gratification. So the change we made is we're going to do a fixed number of items. We're trying to pick some category type stuff, where we're going to try to, each release we'll try and hit some of the big stuff, like have an emote, have a decoration, have a wearable, maybe have a pet. Oh, there's a dog in the bed now. How does Snugs know? There's a little Mojito. So the new system is there's going to be 3 or 4 items each release. that will be if you are in the rewards program or if you buy a Kodo package, a crown package, that you should be getting those. I think for this first release, we'll see about the other part, but this first one, I think it may only be rewards people. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to go verify. We argued about it quite a bit. It was a pretty heated topic. I believe it should be rewards program or anything, any item in the store, because not everybody, there's a lot of you guys out there, which I absolutely don't blame you, who don't want the commitment of I'm going to sign up for some monthly thing where it's just going to auto draft and I might forget about it. Totally get that. And I know there's also some people in Europe who don't have a good way to do it. They don't want to do PayPal. We don't have the 200 different payment options they have in Europe. We only support 3 really. So yeah, anyways, that's what I'm trying to get it in the future, hoping to get it to be any purchase will do it. I think for this release, unless I missed something at the team meeting this morning, it is just going to be for that. So Mike Soda, yeah, so that is the goal that is going on. For those who know, we have one of our teammates, Taz, is kind of the original nomad and work from home guy. Taz is what we call him. You guys also would call him like Luigi or something like that. That's probably some, I don't know. I guess he's not Italian, so it can't really be like a racist thing or countryist thing. It really is more of a mustache prejudice. If you know Tassilo, he usually has this big Mario or Luigi style mustache or whatever. So Tassilo's been with us. He's been helping us out occasionally, but he's also been our number one nomad. He's the guy that started off and basically said, I fit everything my entire life into a backpack and go wandering. And so he's been to, he'd spent some time in Iceland for a while. He spent some time in Egypt. He spent a lot of time in Barcelona, some in Germany. Just basically moving all over the place wherever he wanted to be. And that's where he's been working. So anyways, but he'd been taking a bit of a sabbatical. He's going to come back and start helping us with some stuff. He had been helping us just whenever we had emergency website stuff come up. But he's going to come back and do some more feature stuff for us. So hopefully what that will mean is that at some point in the not too distant future, maybe even within a release or two, because he thinks he's pretty close already, we'll have some way that you guys can do multiple tiers. It'll be like a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Because we know, and we've heard from you guys, there's some people who do the stretch goal stuff or do the rewards program just because they want, the stuff that comes with it. But we know there's a number of you that, you look for a way to just help us out, which is freaking amazing. And we're going to have stuff in there. We're still trying to decide what's going to go in them and whether or not there's going to be, if we do something, it'll probably be like level 1 is what it is now, and then level 2 and level 3. And then we'll add like an item per level or something like that. But we'll see. He's working on that now. As soon as we have more details, I'll get that out to you guys, but something will be coming soonish. And thank you very much, Snugs. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Just lock it to 1920, 1080. There we go. Hey, little puppy dog. So, anyways, that's kind of the short version. Obviously, the other thing is we were spending a lot of time on the art, and how much. Part of it came from the whole, again, going back to, it's more of a Kickstarter type thing rather than a real game, a finished game, which is the whole, you want to have stretch goals, but the problem ends up being that just due to psychology, it feels like each stretch goal has to be a little cooler than the one before it, and a little cooler than the one before it, and a little cooler than the one before it, and then by the time you get to the top, you have the 5-man band. 5 instrument, 1-man band? Whatever that thing is. That's where that came from, is from some of these crazy, what's the next craziest thing we can do? And so it quits being you're doing one item that's really cool, and that item gets bigger. It's no, you got to do them all. So anyways, try and get rid of that mentality and actually make it more of a consistent, you know what you're going to get each release, and instantaneous, immediate gratification. As soon as it happens, you get your items. You don't have to wait 3 releases or whatever. Hold on. Because our belief is that discourages a lot of people and frustrates a lot of people. And we say that because we have a lot of support tickets on it. Hold on, let me see if I can actually just point my camera up so I can blow my nose. There we go. Here, hold on. There we go. I got it. Just trying to get a bit out of you guys. I hit the button. You guys probably saw me reach up and hit the button. It just apparently didn't take. I was talking about how Tassilo's mustache is actually, somebody called it an Austin stash. Yeah, there's a pretty big hipster crowd in Austin, and it very much is an Austin stash. But he had it before Austin, before he ever came to Austin. So, but he fit right in. Everybody thought he was just another Austin hipster. So, let's see. I'm not just going to stand in front of my house all day here. Let me see what you guys are doing on the questions. None? No questions? Perfect. I do have like 500, 600 left over. I can go work through. Let's see. Patch, I has a question. Okay. Ian Spence, I remember when UO team came to the UK, they went to London. I flew down to meet Binky and company. I remember Binky. Do you guys have any plans to do an overseas SodaCon? We may do something where we show up at another convention over there, like Gamescom or something like that. We kind of have a little bit of a bad taste in our mouth right now for probably Gamescom, just because we had a little bit of a... We had a partner who took us to that and made a big deal, and then ended up breaking up. So I actually did really like the guys, the actual people there. So can't talk too much about it though. Let me look through some questions here. Oh, and I'm trying to the other artifact I was going to make tonight probably is going to be a pirate hat artifact. That was the plan anyways. So Dark and Obscure. So that's one we've already second guessed a little bit. The question is on the subscription. Why the login that month? Well, so first let me give a quick rundown. So there's going to be, basically there's 4 levels of subscriptions, and each one will get whatever the previous guy got and some more stuff. So the first is everybody gets a login bonus. That's what's going on right now, where if you log in, you get the you get the mojito and you get the house. So that one is, and again, these have different target audience. That one is really aimed at the audience of you're thinking about playing, and we're trying to give you some incentive, some bait to come log in now and give it a try before you miss your little puppy dog in your 3-story house. So that's one type, and so that's kind of the May reward with the puppy dog. So that's the free login, everybody gets that. Then there's the tier 1 if you are in the rewards program. You get that stuff. But we're moving it to a system again to make it sure it's instantaneous. It'll be login. As to why it's not going to the rewards. So this is one of those trade-offs. We're trying to figure out if it makes sense or not. We can always put it back. But yeah, part of it is to log in, try to get you to log in each month to pick up your rewards. But, it was going to the rewards tab up here. But that's one of those things that also is a CS issue. We have a lot of people who write in CS tickets saying, hey, I bought whatever, I got whatever, I'm supposed to have something, I didn't get it, where is it? And it's because they don't know about going up here. It's not super obvious, so totally get it. Hold on, I'm going to read some questions here. So I am new to Soda. What is it you do on the game? Oh, this is good. I don't know if you're actually new or just pretending to be new, but I try to do this every day. XX Jericho VX. Oh, XV Jericho VX. I've seen that name before. It's kind of a memorable name. So what do I actually do? So depending on the time of day, I'm a programmer on the project. I'm the tech director for the project, drive a lot of the stuff. I make a lot of the design decisions too, though. I play the game. Yeah, I make stuff go. I work closely with Star on pretty much everything. And also the guy that is, for a lot of things, is... obviously, Richard is not coding on the project. So I'm one of the guys that Richard whispers in my ears on things. Yeah, officially my title on the project is tech director, but I do a lot more than that on the project. So, and I stream, and I do emails, and I ship boxes. Although I'm still missing the signed maps. I can't ship your box. I've shipped a bunch. I can't ship anymore until I get the other signed maps from Richard. Cool. You actually are new? Well, welcome to the game. But I'm the guy also, if you get on the stream, since you're new to this stream, or new to the game, we've kind of always had a little bit of a different pitch from most other games, which gets sometimes interpreted negatively by other people, but we really let the community take part in helping to make the game. So a lot of times you'll see me on the stream and people will throw out ideas or suggestions or saying, this isn't working right or whatever, and I'll go fix it right then, or at least make a Jira to go fix it. But this is the difference between our game and many other games is we actually, it's not just lip service. I actually work with you guys to implement features that you want, make sure we're doing what you want, make changes that you guys want, and listen to you guys. It's not just me greasing the squeaky wheel, although I probably do that a little bit, but a lot of times it is, you give an idea and then it's like, okay, well, I need to understand the problem, and then I'll reverse engineer, like, what's the actual problem we're trying to solve, and try to come up with a solution. Yes, Elwyn Moon. It is sort of the MMO equivalent of if you like to see the sausage being made. Yes, this is, and a lot of times you do get to see the sausage being made back here. You get to see the ugly stuff as well as the cool stuff as well. Cool stuff being that little dog in the corner down there. That guy. Ugh. Ugly stuff being the guy in the bottom right-hand corner. Oh, and also I sing. I think I'm the second best singer. This is what I claim anyways. I'm the second best singer at Portalarium. That's why we had to get rid of Sarah. So I can move up a notch. So I think I'm second best behind Scotty now. He gets extra credit because he'll sing in Elvish. Two people. Scotty sings and I sing. Scotty will sing in Elvish for you sometimes. That's sometimes when we do our live streams, he'll jump on stream and do that. Let's see. When will we have Kobold Gun in the game, or to the game? So the Kobold Gun is out there. Again, the problem, and this is kind of goes back to the same thing we were just talking about a little while ago. The problem is a shortage in certain art categories. So the guy who should be doing the VFX for Kobold Gun, so we can actually put that stuff in game, is busy doing the stretch goals for past months. So that's the other reason, is try and come up with a fix. Like, we want him to spend 1 week per month doing stretch goal stuff, no more. And right now he's spending more like 2 weeks out of the month. So he spends half the time. if we get these to a finite number, not only do you get these stretch goals immediately, but it also means that he's got extra time to go and do stuff like, hey, effects for skills and spells, so I can do new effects for spells and skills. And also effects for the gun and such. Let's see, will you get the R66 rewards if you sign up for the rewards during R66? Yes, you will get as soon as you sign up for the rewards, you will get the reward. And yes, you can then immediately go and cancel your rewards if you want to. Just make sure, that is one thing, I'm pretty sure it works that way. That if you sign up for the rewards program, make sure and log into the game just to be safe. Because I forget, I think we have it so it sets a cancellation date when you set it, but I'm not 100% sure. So make sure, and if you sign up for the rewards program and you're going to cancel immediately, make sure and log in just to make sure. Because I don't want to hear about it and everybody blaming me for stuff. I'm not sure if this person's on the stream. Zintharaoth Dread Whisperer. Let's see. Not sure if they're on the stream. Maybe they're on stream. But they asked about the loot pool. This is a unique item we have. So the loot pool in the game for, again, like new people, we try to do occasional new cool things. And thank you very much. Speaking of cool things, thank you very much. Why am I not seeing the thing? Oh, there it is. Hold on. Oh, nope, I grabbed the wrong thing. Hold on. That's supposed to be over there. Got moved. Speaking of cool things, thank you very much, Gravity42. But the loot pool is something, and I don't think we have a great name for it. Hold on, I'm answering some question for somebody in game. But anyways, we have a loot pool. So if you craft an item and you go and you sell it to a merchant, like an NPC merchant, not to another player's vendor or something. If you sell it to a merchant, he takes that item. He doesn't actually do it. We take the item that you sell to him and we place that into a big list of items, and we categorize it by how cool the item is. Oh, here he's watching actually. So we categorize it by how cool the item is, and so I think there's 5 or 6 different categories. So then we have those as we can add a loot bundle to things that says, hey, here's a loot bundle. When you get this, pick an item off of list 1 or list 2 or list 3, or if it's really powerful, like plus 15 stuff will show up in like list number 5, I think. But anyways, it'll go and pull an item out of that list. So when you sell stuff to a merchant, it gets put back into that list. Now the item does get damaged when it's sold to them. So you may find the item, it'll be like half broken or 3/4 broken or whatever. And that's just purely for economic reasons to reduce the loop a little bit in terms of the gain loop that players can get from things. But yes, that is absolutely true. There are items that will drop. Oh, Sinash, I'm having sinus problems, but I'll get you a song here in a little bit. But there are actually, that's one of those things, there's some players that when they get them, because it shows who crafted the item on it, and I still think this is funny every time I hear it, but when they get an item that drops another player made, they send it back to the player that crafted it with a note saying, this item sucks. So they get the item off a creature, they send it back. I thought it was cool. I thought it was funny. Man, you guys want some details. Okay, I'm not going to pause my stream because I forget to restart it. But I have to blow my nose. What happened, nose? You were so good today. So the way the list works is there's a list of items that it keeps that's several thousand items. It basically, when an item gets sold in, it gets put into a list, and we just try to keep those lists filled. Now, for a while, items were getting added, and then only about 1% of them would get handed out because our drop rates were so low. So I went in a while back and tried to balance out that rate. So the rate at which we hand them out is about the same rate at which they get sold in. Distracted by bits. Sinash Kazagal, I thank you for distracting me with bits. I'll try and think of some nasally song that I can sing here. Maybe some John Waite or something like that. No, God. Not Thomas Waite. Oh, man, I can't even remember. I'm losing my music cred. You guys know who I'm talking about. Toto. No. I heard, I think I saw the actual singer out there. There she is, Taiki. I think she did a Johnny Cash Hurt. I was going to do a Johnny Cash Hurt here sometime again. That's one of my favorite ones to sing. I don't know if I can sing that. That may be a good one to sing with that. Elvin, I already sound like Kermit the Frog. It's just worse when I'm stuck or sinusy. Let's see. Let me look and see. Did anybody actually... Nope. Didn't add anything. Let me go verify the Streamlabs stuff. Did I turn that off or something? What happened to my chatbot stuff? Looks like chatbot patched itself, which I'm okay with, but I don't see the script stuff anymore. As in my question bot. The answer would be no, it is not working. I don't even see the script thing on here. What the... There's new stuff here. Yeah, I'm going to have to go check and see. I hope it didn't overwrite it. For those who don't know, I have a bot that would log questions for you guys. But yeah, it looks like they released a patch. And like the scripting thing was normally down at the bottom. It's not there anymore. There's mod tools, events, notifications, Discord, poll, mini games. Where's my scripting? You gotta be kidding me. I think they removed scripting. Alright, I'm not gonna rage about it. But it looks like my question stuff is down. My voting stuff, I guess, must also be down. So I guess giveaways work. I'm so confused. All right. Giveaways are working at least. Let's do that. Now that I'm frustrated by not having my question bot going on. Yeah, see, Taser, it's not in there. Let's see. Any info on when the crit hits will work again on Meteor Shower? I will get that in by Friday. Right now, I'm still cramming on stuff and trying to make sure it doesn't suck too bad. But I will get that in. If it's not in for tomorrow, I've already know what I'm going to be working on later today and tonight, and into tomorrow morning. But again, as I mentioned, we're kind of coming in hot on this release. There's a lot of stuff that's right at the wire. I see a question from Thera's done Baphomet. Is the new death already something I can use alongside my staff of death? Yes, it is actually a belt. It is a belt for necromancers. Crafted legendary gear. So for those who didn't know, so hopefully next release is the release we are going to be prioritizing end game in multiple different ways. Again, for those who've watched my stream, you know one of the things we're doing right now is we're making sure to try to improve the new user experience. We're going to see, well, you should have a release here where we get to see how sticky the new user experience is. It will be very different from the old one. We're skipping a lot of stuff for right now, at least. We'll see if that changes, but in the new version, if you've played on QA, the new version of the new user experience, you don't go to Isle of Storms at all. You don't talk to anybody there at all. Again, this is a little bit of an experiment. Snugs, I don't believe there is a taming belt yet. So it's a little bit of an experiment for this release, because again, it's really hard to tell why people quit. But a lot of it appears to be, at least the theories are, that it is largely tied to the majority of people do not want to have the long initial experience. So we're taking it out for a release to do some measurements. We'll see if it stays out. More likely it'll come back to be optional. Oh, it's so dark. Oh, but let's do the giveaway here now that I'm actually in game. Run over and never get far from my house. We need a mailbox I can carry around. If I could carry around a mailbox, my life would be a lot better. I'm sure yours too. But let's do the close the giveaway. Let's see if Radicus got in. Looks like he was already in. Just teasing me. Entries have stopped. Daniel JMCL. J to the M to the... and again, if you did the stream specials I had yesterday, I'm going to be holding off on sending them out. I'll continue doing the stream specials today, but we've got this, something's happening on Thursday. I forget what it is. Something happens Thursday morning. It's keeping me, oh, that's right. We have a release coming out. So I'm super busy today and tomorrow. I did want to get on and talk to people again, though, because a lot of the stuff I'm trying to make sure and raise some awareness and hopefully prevent some fires from brewing. Let's see. Do. Hold on, I'm gonna send that as prize. Did I spell it right? Let's see if I got a fairy belt on me. Of course I do. Okay, now I'm on live at least, and I can see what the actual sales are. Do. Absolutely, streamer person. Fellow singer. Somebody was asking, for those who don't know, if you are a streamer and you help promote the game simply by playing the game, I will gladly give you stuff for prizes and things like that. So I will take care of you. What was I running out here? Oh, I was coming out here to do the sales. Let's see what's on sale. Oh, Observatory Home. That looks like a good one to end the day on. Assassin's Armor. Let's do this. We'll do a Trident and Assassin's Armor for the next one. Hold on, I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing. Trident and Assassin's Armor. Bam, now it's open. Here we go. Lichmister, number 1. Corsevius, Devil Cult, 1, 2, 3. Scan 4, Irish Eyes. Oh, Famines, you were just outside. Sorry, man. Not the top 5. You win nothing. All right, let me check some questions here. So the belt I've added, I've made all these artifacts. The thing I have not done, and I probably will not get to until either Friday or possibly Monday. So do not panic. The artifacts will probably not start dropping until then because I've got to go modify some loot stuff, and I'm in the middle of trying to rework some of that crazy loot stuff that always screws me. And I'm always like, I added so and so to the game, and you guys are like, nuh-uh. And then I have to get on and search, and it's like, yep, you're right, didn't get added to the game. So I'm trying to redo some of that stuff to make it a little more clear. So I probably will not get them added. They're created. I actually sent out at least a handful of them to some people on QA already. But I'll probably not get them added until Friday or Monday. Let's see. Oh, and the belt, the Death Magic Belt, will probably be, I'm trying to think of the exact plan for it. Because for those who haven't heard, we're doing some new stuff this release, just trying out some things. Statues are broken. Not sure which statues. But we're trying out some new things with the artifact stuff, where there's going to be common artifacts, uncommon, rare, and then legendary artifacts. Now those can still be taken in craft. Uh-oh. Giant Titan. What are these? Hold on. How about Titan? Let's try that. Outdoor decorations. What the heck is that? Yeah, those aren't... like I said, for those who don't know, hey, whatever 2K, you are the reason I'm streaming. You, sir! Whatever 2K. I do it all for the follows. So... Dynamic plots, dynamic NPC, Titan of Love, port deed house icon. So I think that, is that like a pot version of it or something? Yeah, those are the statues for towns. I guess I sent something to you. Did I send these to you for the some reward? Near. I was probably supposed to send you some of these guys. Is that what's going on? Yeah, that's what I think it is I think those are for pot versions, but I'm not sure why we have a different pot version. Giant living statues, that would be awesome. We did as governors get Titan statues as NPC buildings. So yeah, so I think that's what it is. Did I give those to you or something? Because they were huge, yeah. Yeah, if I gave those to you, that's probably because I was stupid or something. And just went and found an item name that matched what I thought it was and created it using my dev cheaty stuff. Thought there was no difference. Yeah, I would have thought there was no difference either. That's surprising to me. And that's something, again, that has been one of my crusades as I continue to move things from being pot-only decos to being pot or town, or lot-only decos to lot or town decos. Take it, Radicus. Click it. Click it. Click. Oh, you will take it. Oh, but anyways, back to the thing I was talking about. So for most of these things, the artifacts are going to be dropping. They will be, like, you'll find a common one or an uncommon or rare, or if you're super lucky, a legendary, but you can also take the lower ones and turn them into the next tier up by taking 4 of them. For the zombie one, oh, I said what it was. For the zombie skin belt, that's going into the Tartarus dungeon. I was actually thinking it'd be one more like you have to go and collect like 100 zombie skins from the zombies. Oh, Mojito's so cute. You have to go collect like 100 zombie skins, and then you can take those and craft them into a zombie skin common belt. So then it becomes kind of like the essences, where you have to get like 100 of them, and then with 100 you can make the common one. Then with the 4 of the common ones you can make the uncommon one. But again, that would be one that we'll see. My gut feeling is people find the maze too confusing, the maze that I made on stream live while you guys watched a week or two ago. But I kind of think you guys might find it too annoying. Everything tastes like bacon. But we'll see. But I may do that. I may make it like you have to get like 100 zombie skins and then just make all the zombies drop them or something. But we'll see. I've not added it to the loot bundle yet, so I can still make that change. But Elron, to your question, again, that's one of the top things that I will be making sure something happens, some progress gets made on it, is, as I've said, one of my biggest concerns, in the place where I think we failed you guys miserably. We failed you in a lot of ways, just not complete failures. One of the places where I consider nearly complete failure was that we just don't have enough in-game content. And that is not just a PvE thing, as PvP thing, and also crafting. We do not have enough crafting in the game stuff in there. So I think we can do better at that. PvP in game, of course, is having some, again, like some faction system, some type of ranking system, some more motivating thing to get you into PvP. And then for the PvE, obviously people know what PvE in-game stuff is. There's not enough tough spaces in the game. So I've been going and making some other tough ones. This release, it's just going to be the one that I'm adding in that's a new space, which making that has reminded me how much more work it is to make new spaces than to tune up old spaces. Mostly just in the polish area. Let's see. Chrono C, that's another one of the things that is I consider to be more of an in-game thing, the group of groups. That was one that primarily falls on Lord Subtleton, is the guy who should be doing that. And he's the one that's been driving a lot of the changes going on for the database stuff I mentioned earlier that we're doing this patch. It's a little bit scary, which is just changing how ownership of objects works. He's doing kind of the underpinning work for that to handle that stuff. And for those who haven't heard me talk about that, this is so we're making the change. Right now, if you put an item down on a lot and someone else has the right to deco the lot, they can take the item. There's no security to it. It doesn't have an ownership. So we're going to be changing that maybe 67. We'll see how this stuff goes, see if we have any problems with this release. But we'll be changing that probably in R67 so that you can do that, but then if you place an item and someone else has rights to deco it, all they can do is they can move it around, and depending on their privileges, they may be able to send it to your bank. They cannot take the item, though. So there'll be ways to get around that will have, possibly putting things in a chest or setting certain privileges on it so other people can do that. But it will let us do a lot of cool things. One, we can no trade items, or account bound, I think is what we decided we should call them today. Account bound items, because it's not really no trade, because you can have like 2 of your characters who both have it. So anyways, account bound items, you can use those as decos, which is something we've wanted forever, because there's a lot of these things like trophies and these other things that really feel like they should be a no trade account bound item that we can't do that on. There's like all the quest items you get from the main quest line. A lot of those are account bound, but you can't place them as decos, even though you want to show them off. That was one of those things that was kind of sad actually doing the decoration contest. was there were a couple different places where they had, trying to do the virtue thing, and they had the shrines to the quest line, but all they can have is like notes for it because they can't use any of the items you get from the quest line as decos because you can't place no trade items as decos. So anyways, the short version is the guy that was going to be doing the raid stuff. He's working on that because then that will unblock a lot of stuff that Burning Toad needs to do. So we'll see how that goes this release, but maybe he can get moving back on it soon. Written lore. Will crafted items ever be better than artifact? Right now, pretty much all crafted items, if they're made by a good crafter at least, pretty much all crafted items are better than artifacts. Now, something that artifacts do have is some of them have some different stuff. But again, this is, if you've heard me give my design talk on, like, we always try to make sure things are apples to oranges type comparisons. We don't want to have, like, here's the crafted version that gives you plus 10 strength, and here's the artifact version that gives you plus 10 strength. We never want to have that type of direct thing. So that's all along the... I've been making artifacts so they do things that you can't get with crafted items, but generally crafted items are far preferable. So again, we're going to be trying to merge some of those two concepts together and getting it so more people who enchant artifacts will get their name on them and to show ownership, because that is another one of those things that is important to not just the serious crafters out there, but it's important to us as well. Having artifacts not show who crafted them is kind of, or who modified them is kind of a big deal. Can't beat Kabbalist hoods. That may be true. I'm trying to remember all the stuff I did for them. The Kabbalist hoods, I created all of them, but that is one of those I mentioned earlier that when somebody was asking what I actually do on the project. Kabbalist hoods is one of those things where I mentioned, like, Richard whispers things in my ears, and that was very much a Richard whispering things in my ear thing. So the Kabbalist hoods are probably more powerful than they should have been compared to the other artifacts of the time. But yeah, that's part of why. Was those were Richard whispering things in my ears type items. I'm behind on my song. Let's see, what time? Oh, 3:24 already? And I've only done one giveaway. One giveaway. I'll sing a song and then I'll do a giveaway. So you guys have until I finish doing my song to get in the raffle, and then I'll probably do, it's 3:24. I'll probably do at least one more raffle. I'm definitely going to give away one of those houses. I love those houses. I forget who it was who used it in the contest, but these observatory houses are super cool. I can't even talk. I'm not sure I'm going to sing. Let's see. I'm gonna try and blow my nose. See if I can get some air into my lungs. You guys can thank Sinesh Kazagal for this beautiful rendition of Johnny Cash. Atos doing Chris Spears, doing Johnny Cash, doing 9 Inch Nails. I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. The needle tears a hole, the old familiar sting. Try to kill it all away, but I remember everything. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Look at Mojito. He doesn't like my singing. Everyone I know goes away in the end. And you can have it all. My empire of dirt, I will let you down. I will make you hurt. All right, that's it. I told you. Hope you did your thing there. Ah, see? See, somebody followed me after I sang. See? Haters? There's somebody with some taste. Here's Mojito. That was nice timing on Mojito rolling over and not covering his head with his paws. Thank you, Gravity42. All right, closing the giveaway. We'll do that one, and then I'll figure out if I'm going to do 2 more giveaways or another one here. Do. Yes, they might have meant to unfollow and accidentally clicked it twice. That's great. Vino Corlin. Oh, God, I hate this. Because I always forget Vino's name. You are someone I know really well, and I always forget the connection. It's not Vino in game, I know. Okay, Vino, tell me your name again. I forget who you are in game. I know you're someone I talk to all the time, though. And I've done this exact thing like 10 times. Are you Ian? Is it Ian Vian? Or Vino? Oh, that's what it was. You're Vino Corlin in game. Okay. That's not my fault. Let's see. What did I say? I was going to do a halberd. No, it's trident. That's right. For those, if you're new to the stream or new to the game, we're pretty big on not selling power. We are big on selling convenience. We are big on selling visuals. We are big on selling other stuff. But we also, in terms of the convenience, we try to make sure not make a design that intentionally inconveniences you just to make you pay to remove that inconvenience. That's not the inconvenience type thing we try to remove. So we do try to monetize on convenience, but we try to make sure it fits with the design on things. But anyways, when you see me sending off this trident and this assassin's armor, just know this stuff sucks. True story. It is all horrible. If you actually try to wear this stuff into battle, you would die a horrible, horrible death. You'd look really cool doing it, though. In fact, this looks like, you'd probably look like, I'm just now realizing that you could probably dress up like the girl from that horrible Aquaman movie. Is that what the assassin's gear kind of looks like? Because, like, you got a trident, you got the thing. Maybe you dress up like Aquaman. Yeah, so that's, these things are actually, they are armor, but you can tear them down to get patterns out of them. That's what people do, is you just make patterns. Whoop. Hold on. Grats Vino. Alright, I got 30 minutes left. I'm going to go ahead and do 2, because I usually try to do 4 giveaways on these things. For those who are new here. Let's see if there's anything featured today. Oh, Fairy Belt's featured. I already did one of those. Did we remember? Yeah, there's only 9 items on sale. For those who missed it, you probably did miss it. For the Memorial Day holiday, we had 27 items on sale. That's actually what we're trying to do now, rather than making like continually cranking up the bar for what the sale price is. We're just putting more items on sale, but still leaving it pretty, leaving it the same price. Let's see. Virtue Durndal. That's kind of neat. The boys love it when I give out all these girl dress-up items. Because yes, a guy can wear that. Maybe I'll do some dungeon stuff instead. How about if I do... I'll do a Minecart 5 entrance dungeon for you. This may be the big prize of the day. I know there's probably more people excited about that than the village home, but we'll do one of these guys. 3,900 crowns. Woo! Get ready. Hold on, I haven't opened it yet. Don't raffle yet. Minecart dungeon for your open giveaway. Now you can do it. And the winner is Jerakith. Number 1, Z of Silverdale. Famines, you got in early that time. Lich Mist or Oop of the Vale. Irish Eyes, you fell just outside the top 5. You are not a winner today. Well, it's getting kind of dark in here. It is kind of overcast outside. It is only 3:30 here. But it has been cloudy quite a bit. But yeah, with the bad lighting in here, kind of looks like I've got like horrible facial growth on me. I'm going to turn on the light to annoy Mojito. Stay there, bud. Yeah, it still kind of look like I have horrible facial growth. It has been a few days since I shaved. Do. Yeah, get back in your bed. Good dog. Good boy, buddy. I love you too. Let's see. Let me do, I can't, this is killing me. I don't have my question thing. I want my question thing back. I'm gonna have to Google and see what's up with Streamlabs and why the thing vanished. Ooh. Maybe. I'm trying to think. Yesterday, for those who missed it, my Streamlabs wasn't working at all, my chatbot. And it's because my token had changed, which I don't know why my token changed. But I wonder if I need to go regenerate another token and put it into the code for the other. But I just don't even see the scripting stuff on there. Here, hold on. I'll show you guys. I know you want to see. Chatbot. Yeah, see down here, there used to be down here at the bottom where there's Discord, there's a script tool there. And they changed it up. There's more things in there and they're different, and I don't see the thing I want. Super lame. But anyways, that's, I guess I better read fast because there's questions coming by. People are used to having me have a questions thing. Question, it's a multi-part question from Hoagie Boomer. How are magic attunement and magic resistance used in the calculations? That's question number 1. So, I actually just mentioned this math. Mojito, just lie down. You're not going to get underneath there. You can't dig a hole in a pillow. Kids. Yeah, he does want his blanket. I'll take care of him. There you go. Take that. So, the way and I've been over this a few times on stream, but I can't believe you don't all watch my streams. It should be mandatory. You go back and watch my 500 hours of streaming I've done on the topic. I'm the caster. You're the receiver. Now, there's 2 different types of spells. There's positive spells and negative spells. So positive spells is I cast a heal on you, or a buff on you. Negative spells is I cast a firebolt on you. So for positive spells, how it actually gets the math for what number it should use to determine the power of the spell is it actually takes my attunement and whatever. So I'm casting a heal spell on you. It takes my life attunement plus your life attunement. Divide that by 2. So it takes the average of our 2 life attunements. So if you are life attuned, you will actually receive heals better. Same thing if you're earth attuned, you'll receive whatever buffs or whatever. So that's one of the reasons why if you see there's like a lich ring that has like minus 50 or minus 100 life attunement or something crazy, that's why that's bad, is because it makes heal spells work less on you. So that's the positive, is it just takes the average of each attunement. Then it plugs that into a formula, which I have shared before, but it's a little bit, it's not a linear line. Got a little bit of a curve to it, not too much though. But, so if I cast a attack spell on you, a negative spell, I'm casting a firebolt on you, it'll take my fire attunement, compare it to half of your fire attunement plus your fire resist. And then does basically, so if I have 100 fire attunement, you have 50 fire attunement and 50 fire resist. For you, your calculation is 50 divided by 2 plus 50, 75. I have 100, so it subtracts the 75 from 100, and it has a 25. So it looks up on the chart 25. So that's why resistance is important, because you can be like 100 fire attunement versus 100 fire attunement, and I'm still going to do more damage than even. I'm going to do more than what this spell says I will be doing. So. Shep 311 says negatives on items seem like they are out of balance. Most of the negatives on items seem way too high. Yes, so the things that have had items negatives on them, again, those have been primarily artifacts that have really big negatives. And again, that was kind of working under the old assumption that all artifacts must suck. So there you go. So going forward, artifacts will suck less, but again, they're gonna continue to just be at best competitive with a good crafter until we get some more stuff in them, so that crafters can do more with artifacts and make basically use artifacts as a starting point for things. We already have some of that, but again, hopefully we're gonna start doing some high tier crafting stuff here shortly. Let's see. Oh, Hoagie Boomer. Let's see. Did you ask your question? Oh, asking the question again. I didn't answer number 2. Is the final resist calculation a sum of magic resist? Yeah, so magic resist adds to all resistance. So if you have magic resist, that adds to fire, that adds to sun, that adds to earth, that adds to life. What that it adds. So if you have magic resist of 25, that adds 25 to all the resistances. And the resist does not get divided by 2. If I have 100 fire attunement and you have 100 fire resist, then that's basically, it's going to do the base damage for the spell. It's going to be a 0. Your attunement is only worth half for resist. Again, I'm explaining all this stuff, and I know it sounds complicated, but this is also one of those things, as Elwin mentioned earlier, this is your scene behind the scenes, how the sausage is made. Totally optional. Most games do not give away this type of information, possibly for good reasons, but we try to be pretty open again, just because we like your feedback on stuff, and we, think you will probably figure it out. We're just making it easier for you to figure out. Hot Iron Gate. Hot Iron Gate. So I am down to the last. It's under 400 people. I don't have the exact number because there's some that are kind of questionable. I mentioned this earlier, and again, let's just be totally upfront and honest. People have failed at their jobs in terms of getting these boxes to you. I'm kind of the last guy to have them all handed to me, and I'm trying to clean up the last bit of the mess. But right now I've failed because I ran out of signed maps. Richard did not sign enough maps. And I actually took 200 maps to Richard's house when they were having a jousting tournament at his house. Because, don't you have jousting tournaments at your house? And left them for him. He found them. He signed them, and he put them back on his doorstep. So his property is locked. I can't get to it. But his property manager is just a friend who's a fireman who takes care of, mowing the grass with a tractor and stuff like that. But he went by the house. He does have a key. He can get in, and he couldn't find them. So we were kind of waiting for Richard to come back and see if he can figure out what happened, because they weren't where he described them. My fear is that there were a couple hundred people there, and they just didn't get hid well enough, and somebody saw them on the porch and took them. So if that happens, we do have enough spares to get all the maps signed and out to people, but right now that is blocking me from shipping a good number of them. I have about 20 signed maps that I was actually going to start shipping that I found. It was in a special package that we had set aside because more than one person on the team had signed a lot of those. So I may start sending some of those out. So that may be an added bonus, as you may get a map signed by 10 people. Although I'm pretty sure that Richard's autograph adds value to it. Star's autograph definitely adds value to it. Mine, And then as you go down the team, it's like, can you erase those? We'll see. There's a lot of people who know the team members very well and can probably go and name every team member. So I'm sure they have value to some people. Everybody would want Scotty's autograph, obviously. Oh man, now we're just talking about attunement. What happens if someone with a fire attunement 50 attacks someone? So they'll fall into a negative 50 on the math formula. So I can go. Let me go grab the math formula for you right now. Oh, and for people who wondered why I sang a song a little while ago, since we have some new people in there, if you give me 1337 bits, I will butcher a song for you. Because I like singing, and I know you guys like to torture your friends who are in chat with you. Well, let me go pull up the code for that. I will probably not share the code page with you, but I'll cut and paste at least part of the formula. Let's see, that is not what I want. Oh, that's not what I want either. Here's what I want. Do. That is not it. Hold on. Spell damage calculation. Hold on, I'm almost there. Getting close. Do. That is not it. I missed it. Yep, I know. Awesome stream time, right? Me searching through code you guys can't see while I stare at a wall. Aha! Okay, I think I got it here. You guys ready to see it? Hold on, I'm going to have to post this into a text editor to clean it up. Give me a second. And then I'll share this formula. This is me cutting it straight from code. I do not want to do that. I can do that. Let me do that. Hold on, I got one more thing I got to look up here. Yep, like I said, I know, obvious awesome stream time here. Oh. And yes, there are like 10 places I have to look to get all the values I need for things. Hold on. Getting close. Aha. Okay. Got it. Now I just got to get this entered into the formula. Hold on. Getting close, almost there. Gonna be so worth it. Okay, so this is only for the... This is only for negative attunement. You guys ready? It's gonna be awesome. Oh, we got one more thing. Hold on, let me get rid of that. Let me remove this clamp function. You guys really don't need to see a clamp function. All right, got it. Hold on. Getting close. Totally worth it. There you guys go. Is it worth it? Let me see if I can, I probably have to just grab it and stretch it to make it fit, look better. Oh. Ah, that is wrong. Also wrong. Let me go just insert a carriage return in here. Here we go. Okay, so there's the math. You guys excited? I also need repairs. You need repairs. So that may be the first time I've shown this math in a while. That is actually the math. So you take source attunement. Shroud math right there, yes sirree. You take source attunement minus the target attunement and resist. That includes like their fire resist and their magic resist added together. Plus 110. So why plus 110? So what that is doing is by adding 110 and dividing by 110, if it were net 0, that means you're working off of a 1 multiplier. What this means is that every 110, and these were not numbers that I started with. These were the numbers that I went to over time with a lot of spreadsheet math and working through spreadsheets for what I would expect people to be at. The initial values were great values, except you guys always blow by whatever I expect you to be able to reach. See? Rod of Torment likes it. Only 10 bits. Guess it could have been 2 bits, but see, he likes it a little. But anyway, so this is, so the 110 is kind of if you go 110 higher, if you're 110 higher than them, then it's basically a 2. Of course, it's not actually 2, it's 2 to the 2/3 power. Yeah, did you guys even know you could do that? If this were 0.5, that would be square root. If it were 1, it would be neutral. But so plus 110 divided by 110, so basically taking all those guys. And again, this is kind of what I would call a dilution value, but it sets kind of the scale of where 2.0 is. So every 110 is where it hits 2.0, except then, of course, it gets... So again, what it's doing is it's setting a curve that is a downward curve. So if you're way above them, it will not totally destroy them. But you do get, it's better than a square root return. Significantly better if you look at it in a spreadsheet. But anyways, there you go. You guys wanted it? I delivered. Now I will destroy that. Bam. Here's the other one that people wanted me to show. I was still doing these things because I've been too lazy to update my my specials, but again, if anybody out there hasn't taken advantage of my specials, feel free. And like I said, if you do something now... Oh, wait. Oh, yay! Yay, I only have 6 new mails. I thought I had 27. I think I have 27 on QA. I have 6 on live. Yay! I'm not totally swamped. Oh, wait, that means nobody took advantage of my special. Come on, guys. You're making me look bad. Can I still get heraldry unlocked for 500 bits? Yes. Let me go do the heraldry approval. Anybody have some heraldry in that needs to be approved? I'll go do it. You don't have to pay me to approve your heraldry. The unlocking, for those who don't know, it's kind of a little bit of a clunky system. And like we have to go unlock it by hand, so we usually make you do a ticket. We're actually getting caught up on support. We're very close to caught up on support. Hey, thank you very much, Eric Rules. I will unlock you. Are you Eric Rules? You might have to whisper me your name. Let me see if I can find it. I don't see you in there as Eric Rules. I forget who you are. Hey Liz, I know you had a question in the forums about the stretch goal stuff. I talked quite a bit about that. I probably ought to talk about it a little bit more since some people are getting here late. Oh, somebody put some stymie in the LLTS. It's no LLTS. Dulane, I can talk about that. So right now, we're not planning on intervening on any of the hyperinflation because it's not hyperinflation. Let me do this part first, and then I'll get into talk about that. Oh. Hold on, I gotta look for Eric Rules and see if he says his name. Display name. Ah, Graham Wormspan, that's right. Why am I not seeing Worms? Bang. Somebody's doing a thing. What are you guys doing to me? Let me scroll down to the bottom. Maybe it just hasn't finished loading everybody. All right, hold on. I got to do one more thing here. Hold on, and then I'll talk about hyperinflation. Do. There are 4 different characters with the last name of Wormsbane. Did you know that, Eric? Eric Rules. Got it. Okay, now I see where I got it. Okay, got it. Yes. Some little tiny weird tree thing. I think I have to do a reset. You have been reset, finally. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so again, for those who don't know much about the game, another thing we do different from other games, that this particular thing we're very happy with and have been pretty hands off on it, which is we wanted to have a premium currency. We did not want to sell gold or have something that would influence the economy because that can lead to hyperinflation. You can imagine if you guys give us $1 and we put 1,000 gold in game, then obviously, hey, guess what? People can flood the market, which would be great for us, but it results in a short-term plan for the players. It does not result in a stable economy. So instead, what we did was something pretty unique, which is we have a premium currency because we do want to have some things we can sell, and we got to obviously support the game somehow. But we made it so it is tradable among players. So what that allows you guys to do is allows you to set the value of those items. So what's going on now? So hyperinflation would suggest that there's some like too much gold going into the economy, not enough coming out. That's actually been a very steady, exactly how we want it, which is modeling it after a real economy where we look for a very slow growth in the amount of gold entering into the economy. So that is good, and that's even proportional to the amount of gold coming in to the number of players who are playing. So it's not like there's some fluctuation because, again, we just started bringing new players back in with the re-engage stuff. That's not causing it. The thing that is actually happening is there's a finite number of people who put crowns up for sale on their vendors. So when a few players, who I will not name but are probably in this chat, each go with a pocketbook full of several million gold that they've been saving up for a long time, and with the challenge of buying up enough crowns to buy a castle and some other stuff each, especially when these two people are also people who are some of the biggest crown sellers in game. So in the past they've been selling them. So they stopped selling themselves, and then not only did they stop selling, they went and started buying up everybody. So that has actually driven up, you're talking about several million gold in game. It's not several million gold just got injected into the game. It is these couple of guys who had several million golds they'd saved up as being some of the wealthiest players in the game, went are moving the gold from their pocket to your pocket so they can take your crowns. So we try not to meddle too much in that stuff. That is player economy. I monitor that stuff. Again, for the people who asked what I did lots of stuff, including watching the economy and trying to understand and model economy stuff and figure out a lot of that stuff. So we try to let you guys run free with that. Been watching this, and again, it's not like there's more gold coming into the economy. There's not like there's some, massive inflation. It's just this one thing that, I think one of the people was on here yesterday, might be talking here in chat, who'd said that they'd bought up something like 240,000 crowns all by themselves. So, and T-Branch, that is absolutely correct. That's actually what I was about to point out. Is T-Branch says, I was doing the math, and the Kodo trade in-game seems really small compared to how many are bought in the store. And that's true. And again, we're pretty open with a lot of our numbers, probably entirely too open. But the number of people who buy, the number of people who sell crowns, like less than 10% of the people who ever bought a crown ever sold a crown. Now, most people are buying pretty small numbers, but there's still a lot of the crowns that come into the game are through the rewards program. It's just because it's a good exchange and you get $9 or whatever, and that's how a lot of them come in. Most of those people don't sell them. There's a pretty small group of people who are really more into the crown buy trade. So most of the crowns that come into the game are actually held by the players who bought them and spent by the players who bought them. Actually, I shouldn't say that, because there's a lot of crowns that trade hands on a daily basis, but a lot of those crowns get traded multiple times even. Anyways, that is what is going on. I believe that'll be a temporary thing. I was going to see if I still had my chart up from yesterday. I do not have it up there. Let's see what crowns are doing today. Oh my goodness, it's off. We're going to have to move the chart up again. You guys are going crazy with the exchange. But yeah, that's the other thing I've seen is the number of crowns being sold. They were and this is another thing I know that helps me understand what's happening is, I can see that it's kind of like this number, it varies quite a bit every day. But there's basically just like this huge spike of people buying crowns. So that's kind of when I started paying attention to things. But let me see if I can get a 90-day chart pulled up here, so you guys can see just how extreme this is. And again, the amount of gold coming into the game is not really changed that much. Oh, and yeah, Delane. And again, people are making assumptions like if there were inflation that were coming into the game like that. I think we've been pretty open that we have a lot of mechanisms in place, even some that piss off some players in some way to make sure we don't ever have any type of hyperinflation situation. We have some safeguards in place that we watch gold production. We have not had that throttle kick in to any player in like almost a month now. But there is something in there, and that's just to make sure we don't ever have like a item dupe problem, or we have like somebody finds some gold exploit in the middle of the night where they just stand here and kill this thing and you get a lot of gold. But yeah, Elrond, King of Elves. You guys know I try to share as much as I can. Some of these I don't like to share like some because it kind of you get into the problem of little information. You work off of what you have. And then you can come to the wrong conclusions. That may be kind of what is going on in game right now from the sounds of it. But anyways, so again, this is not a, hey, thank you very much, Stymie LLTS. Let's see. Why would I think that would work? What planet am I from? Hold on. There we go. Again, so this is a 90-day chart. So there's a few spikes in here where something weird happened. But other than that, this is pretty accurate. So this is showing the per day. Again, I showed this yesterday, I think. But since there's some concerns out there. So this is showing per day. So this is on the left-hand side. You can see right here, kind of this green. If you look for the top of this green line, that kind of shows you what 100 is, because that's players, a lot of players who don't pay attention to the pricing or what's going on. They just set it for 100. If you're not greedy, if you put it up for 100, you're going to get a quick sale on it. And this is a 90-day chart. So this is how it's been for 90 days, that it's been hovering right around the same amount. This is when I see stuff like this. I watch these charts. I watch a lot of different charts. When I see stuff like this, I have to investigate and understand what's going on. And in this case, again, it's a handful of players siphoning off, buying up with gold enough crowns that they're buying all the low ones. And guess what? That only leaves the high-priced ones. And as people see, like somebody bought them for 140, well, I'm going to put them up at 160. Somebody bought them for 160. Vino Quarling. Kodo prices will not go down again. We'll see. If, again, part of this is what T-Branch was saying earlier, which is if more people actually paid attention and put up stuff on their merchants, like if more people knew that, hey, right now you could get 200 gold for a crown, or 160 for a crown, then probably more people would put them up there. So here's me educating you guys and letting you guys know, if you want some easy gold right now, there's some easy gold to be had out there. If you want to change in some money, because if you look at that from you got 900 crowns or whatever. We got some people here. I think I smell some Bitcoin cryptocurrency people in the audience there. Hold them. But yeah, I think the other thing is this was actually triggered by, I think, this particular one. And again, I mentioned there's two players. There's actually more than two players who have been buying up crowns at a high rate. And I think this is because we had a couple of cool things come out that people saw and they're like, ooh, sexy, but lots of crowns. And just some people who've been in the game a while and have accumulated a lot of gold. And guess what? You don't get to take it with you. Not that you get to take anything with you, but might as well spend them on things. So they're buying up crowns to buy some cool lots and some cool stuff. So, but yeah, that's kind of the fun part. Is I think I saw somebody in there say is like that's part of the what's awesome about a sandbox MMO like what we have here is that there's all these cool things and there's actually like an economy. We give you some of the information you need to track it. We probably should give you more, but again, it's hard to give you, if we give you too much, then you can start coming to the wrong conclusions. But in this case, again, it is a handful of players who want to upgrade their lots to castles. and like are saving up for a pirate ship. I know one of them is when it comes out next week, hopefully. And some are upgrading player-owned towns. There's a lot more things you can upgrade in games with pots. So yeah, so the gold is definitely flowing and buying those up. But yeah, definitely if you guys have crowns, like now is a good time to sell them. Put them up. Buy low, sell high, I say. Yeah, and that's for those who don't know. You can get a free row lot within the first like hour of the game. We've actually talked about moving it to be earlier than that and basically giving the choice rather than like you walk into the first scene and it's like, hi, do you want to be an adventurer or do you want a house to go play house with? And basically not quite like that, but giving you the option, do you want to be a homesteader or do you want to be an adventurer, and having that be basically the start that you move over to be a homesteader. But we didn't get to that this time. We did cut down the initial experience by a huge amount, so let me get that junk off there. Let me do, if I'm going to get 2 giveaways in here, I better do one right now, so you guys have like 5 seconds to do a raffle. And then I'll put up that, this is for the minecart dungeon. And then I'll put up the other thing. Horrible stream experience. Sitting staring at a wall again. Should be staring at Mojito. Uh-oh, some are trying Dulane. Oh, now I gotta look back and see what Dulane. I'm trying to... All right, I'll do the. I'll give you guys some stuff here. Yeah, I know we got some else gonna expire. Taiki Vitray. I'll use some crowns. Oh, that's not gonna get you far. Bam. Hey, Derpy David. Good name. Appreciate the good names. I also appreciate the follow. Who else did I owe? Did I say I was going to give Dulane? Dulane, do I owe you some crowns? Is that what's going on? I'll issue you some crowns early here, Delane. Keep up the good work on streaming. That's no good. Oh, crud, your Dulane space. There you are. Bam. Let's spend them all in one place, Delane. They're off to you. And again, that's if you are a streamer and actually do a pretty good job of streaming. I do try to look at the spreadsheet. There's not a spreadsheet. There's a page that actually tracks, you know, how many viewers people get and how much they stream and that type of stuff. So I don't just go around giving out stuff to anybody, but those guys do some serious streaming. Yeah, Delane is number. Delane, you are currently number 4 on the list, behind me. Shroud of the Avatar, mostly me. Legion of Myth. Famines is number 3, and then Delane. Taiki, you're in the top 10. Good work. Cleo, dude, I didn't look to see where you were. Let's see. And I haven't done the giveaway yet, have I? God, horrible. I blame Taiki for distracting me. Sinash Kazagal, totally not rigged! Congratulations, you get next to the last prize. There's gonna be one more prize, which it'll be quick. So hang around if you're already here. Grats, you get the minecart, longest name of an item in the game. 5 connection minecart dungeon foyer with sand and water and a lake. Just put it all in the name. So we'll do for the last one here. Last but not least, we'll do an observatory home because it's on sale. And again, if you see me on here, I usually try to give away village homes or a village lot or something like that. Is kind of my big prize for the end of the day. That's kind of a cool one. I didn't notice if I actually bought it. Yes, I did. Yes, if you joined in late, I showed the tool earlier, but the Twitch bot, they apparently patched out something or something has changed. And the Twitch bot doesn't have the script area anymore. So my scripts are not running. So yes, my question bot, for those who don't know, as I mentioned earlier, I'm a programmer. And they had some programmable stuff in here, so I went and did some programming stuff and added some things, and now that vanished. I know my scripts are still there. I back them up and actually revision control them and all that stuff. I got to do the thing. Hold on. Cool telescope house thingy. Bam. Nailed it. But yeah, so I can't do the question stuff. I had some stuff in there where you can do an exclamation mark question. It would log it to a thing. But I'll try and figure that out for the next stream. Again, I keep saying I'm going to up my Twitch game. Haven't done it yet. Kind of busy. Got a few things on the plate. Do. Dun 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 dun. Let's see. So I showed you some of that stuff. Maybe I can. Here, I'll tell you what. Since we're here, and I think you guys like looking at numbers. I know probably Elron does. Let me go back over here to crowns and yeah, and 90 days. That's not going to work. Hold on. But I'll show some other metric type stuff. And yeah, for those who were curious, it's something like 2 million crowns pass through. I get to like leave the store a week or something. I have a chart that shows that, but I'll keep it to myself. Oh, nope. There it is right now. And actually, there's a little bit of a switcheroo going on. Normally it is again, this also highlights the thing I was talking about. Let me see, is that it? Here we go. Yeah, so this is showing the crowns spent to crowns purchased. So that's over like a 7-day period or something like that. So usually the crowns purchased is higher than the crowns spent. Right around, 1.8, 1.9 million crowns purchased in a week is about normal. 2 million spent is a little higher than normal. Normally it's like, 2 million purchased, 1.8 million spent. Which means there's kind of this weird inversion thing going on where people are spending, I know, crazy economy stuff. People are spending more than they're buying. So guess what happens to the price when that happens? So, yes, there's not gold hyperinflation. There's a shortage of crowns right now because some men who have good control, good grasp on the economy are manipulating things a little bit. I mean, they're not manipulating, they're playing the game. Play it better. Actually, it may just be a little more patient, and it'll all fix itself. But yeah, somebody was saying earlier that they don't think it's ever going down. I think it'll go down. It may not go back to 10 or to 100, but it'll go down quite a bit, I believe. See if I can take some more snippets of something interesting for you guys here while I'm waiting time. Derp, derp, derpy David. T-Branch, I will probably get that ship in by next week. I'm gonna, again, we had somebody who wanted to take a pass on it. Oh, come on, thing, quit failing. My shards is failing. That'll mean nothing to anyone unless you've done a bunch of stuff on Elasticsearch. Do 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 do. Dun 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 dun. Here's one for you, T-Branch. Let's see. Let's you guys take a guess here. Of users that have logged in the last... hold on, I gotta look at something here. Yeah, of users who have logged in the last 90 days, what do you think the median number of crowns is? Not the average, the median number of crowns. This one actually surprised me a little bit. We can play the average game next. Do 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 do. No one's gonna guess? How many crowns do you think the middle, if you took, there's 1,000 people and you took person number 500, the guy right in the middle, that's the median? How many do you think the median user has? Not the average, not the mean, but the median. Last 90 days. Raffle, 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 yeah. So, this is one that I guess it didn't surprise me that much. I think the median, I was actually surprised that more people have crowns than not, was kind of the thing that I was surprised by. The median is only 200 per person. The mean, as in the average, what do you think the average is? So the median was 200. Again, though, there's a lot of people who have 0, so that's kind of on the low end of the spectrum. I honestly was expecting the median to be 0. I guess we can stop right there. The average per user, Cal Nightwolf nailed it on the first guess. 3,000 is the average per user. Cal, I don't know if you're looking at my screen. Is there a camera around here? Is there? That was... Let's see, I think I can do just a snippet of that part without giving away some of the other stuff on this chart. There you go. So yes, so the thing with the crowns is there's a lot of people out there. So when I mentioned that, like, there's crowns out there, there's a lot of crowns out there. As T-Branch said, there's a lot of crowns out there. People just aren't selling them. But yeah, that's T-Branch. That's about the right math. Is on average, people have done about 3 months worth of, rewards or whatever, and about 3,000. So, uh-oh, I'm busted. I better wrap up my stream. Hold on, let me close the door so you don't have to hear the family. Hey, Pumpkin, I'm gonna finish up my stream in like 2 minutes, okay? 2 minutes is not a lot. Oh, Mahito wants to come see you, I think. Let me wrap up my stream, then I'll come see you. Go get him, bud. Alright, well, the dog has abandoned me, so that means I need to wrap up my stream pretty quick here. Let me see if there's, like, one more cool thing I can grab out of this, some of our charts here. Again, this is your last chance to raffle. Raffle, raffle, raffle. Oh, Derpy David, you followed. Thank you. You did that earlier, didn't you? Hold on here. I'm trying to find my dashboard for the economy. Let's see if there's anything else. You want to see the top selling items? This is the thing that probably Elrond wants to see. Hold on, waiting on it, waiting on it, waiting on it. Yeah, I'll share. This is maybe a controversial one. Maybe I shouldn't share it, but I'm going to live wild and dangerous today. Here are the top selling items by, let's see. Okay, this is by the total number of sales of them. Do 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 do. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, and these have to fall into a certain category. There you go. Top thing sold, and this is what T Branch was saying, and this is. Oh, thank you very much, T Branch, for the 1,000 bits. Yeah, I try to share some cool stuff with you guys sometimes. But yeah, this is, as you see, the sum. The total number of crowns. There were 2,100 transactions with crowns, on average 304 in each one, and the sum total number of crowns was 658,000. So you can do some math and see that this week in particular, there's been a lot of crowns changing hand. That chart that is there, that's actually, that is page number 1. That's obviously not all the items that sold. That is the top ones that sold enough and sold for a high enough value. So some stuff gets filtered out of that. But there's actually like 50 pages or something of this type of data. I only grabbed the one page. And actually, if I grabbed more, you probably would have seen that part. Oops, you can't see it still. Down here, which shows that there's more than 5 pages. Basically 5 pages and then go to the next 5 pages. But lots of stuff. But yeah, that's how many, in terms of crowns, that's how many crowns are changing hands. But that is the thing that, as I mentioned, people have a lot of crowns and they're not selling. Right now would probably be a good time to sell if you want to stir up the market a little bit. Maple. Is Maple on that top 10? Yep, Maple's right there. Don't ask me why, man. It's probably people just trying to level up. And Jericho, don't blame me. You're the guys that are buying this stuff. I'm not telling you what to buy and sell. It's just what people are buying and selling. You got to also remember that some of those that's by the unique number of transactions. Let me see if I can sort things a little differently. Okay, this one shows a little bit different numbers. So again, a lot of these are really big transactions. Let me get, this is sorted by the sum quantity. Let me do that for you real quick. Bam. Oh, I didn't turn it on. That's by sum quantity. Crowns are still on top. But mandrake root, garlic, kind of the stuff you'd expect, stuff people grow. But those are the prices. But again, if you look at this, you can see that like when people buy mandrake root, the average quantity they buy is 1,500. So there are only 252 purchases of mandrake root, but they average 1,500 per purchase. Same thing with arrows, not that many, but you know they're buying 2K or corpse wax or whatever. But you can see arrows sell for almost nothing. They're super cheap. But anyways, there's some information for you guys. Also, how many days do we have left? We have 3 days left in the month. So you guys can think about whether or not you want to be up there. I think that top 3 is pretty well secured there. John Marcus makes me sing every morning I stream, so I think he's up there just from paying for my morning singing. Let's see. So I think we probably ought to wrap it up here because I gotta go take care of a baby. By take care of, I mean go give hugs to a baby. So if you have not raffled, you may be too late. Yes, bump Eric rules. They got a couple days. I'll make sure and stream every day so people have a chance if they want to bump Eric rules off. I think you just got up there today, maybe, Eric rules, so... Ehondis, let me give a quick summary on that while people do the follow. So the rewards bundle, you still get the same 900 crowns or whatever it was before. You know better than me. But yeah, I think it's 900 crowns. That's not changing. The things that will be changing is rather than doing a stretch goal, none of our metrics have ever really shown that stretch goals result in people stretching. And that also is kind of one of those things that feels very much like a Kickstarter, not a finished project, not a real project. And we're trying to, again, move to be more of a real project. So the other thing that's been problematic is we've had a lot of customer support tickets because we can't keep up with the stretch goals that we had and still get all the other stuff done. So those have fallen behind a little bit, and we get support tickets because we just delivered R63 or whatever, and we got to do R64. And so people buy stuff they're like, I'm new to the game, I just got something. Where is it? And they don't actually get it for another month or two. So that month or two wait results in support tickets and problems, and is just not a very satisfying thing. We wanted to go to something where we could do it instantaneously, not have to worry about falling behind, make sure we have it pre-made for each release. So what we're doing is we're going to 3 or 4 items each release. My pitch, and probably what we'll end up on, will be that we'll do an emote, a wearable, a deco, and a pet. Each release. Something right along in there. So you'll get one of each of those each release. And the good news is you will get it the second you do your rewards program or whatever. You don't have to wait months to get it. So that's not changing. The thing we probably will change, we kind of, as you guys know, we kind of have there's kind of a $0 tier right now, which is if you log in once per month, you'll get this stuff. That's aimed at enticing, re-engaging old players and engaging new players, giving them something that feels a little bit of urgency to get them in there. Because who wants to miss out on getting a mojito? Then there's a tier 1. Then the thing we're talking about, as I mentioned earlier, Tassilo is going to be coming back and helping us with some stuff. Tassilo has been with us for 7 years or whatever, but was kind of taking a little bit of a sabbatical just because he got a little burned out. But he's going to be coming back and helping with a few things, and he's going to help us try and help us get the multiple tiers turned on, so we can get, tier 1 is what we have now, and then we'll have a tier 2, and then for people who really just want to help the project however they can, we'll have a tier 3. Dungeon pieces. Yes, Flare. I will get you guys some dungeon pieces. I did not get any dungeon pieces this release. I made some dungeons. I didn't get any dungeon pieces done. But we're going to be taking a pass on dungeon pieces. We both have those on. Those are actually, in terms of items, dungeon pieces actually are one of our big sellers. Trust me, we want to make some dungeon pieces. We just had too many other little things that came up and kind of fell behind, and then it would have been a half-assed effort if we'd done it this release. We will get you extra stuff. We will get you some extra pieces next release. The other thing I plan on getting in next release, as I think I mentioned yesterday, is making sure that at least elves get in, if not elves and spiders. I had someone ask how many unique players bought Kodos. I would have to make a chart for that, which I'm not going to do on stream because I want to get over and hug my baby. It is, again, there were 2,100 transactions involving Kodos. There's a fair number. I mean, there's a lot of people who come into the game and they buy with gold to get some Kodos and buy a potion or whatever, kind of trying stuff out. As you saw, the median was 300 bits, and I don't think half the people have given us money. It's a much smaller number than that. But anyways, let's do the raffly thing. Again, I do believe the change to the rewards program and the stretch goals to make it so you get them instantly is going to be a positive thing. You guys know how we work, though. We always take feedback on things. If whatever we did doesn't make sense, we can change it in the future. We're pretty good about it. Let's see, Majoria, will there be some other bundles for episode 2? We only have one huge ones. So yeah, we're looking at stuff to do for episode 2. Again, hopefully we're going to have the map out so you guys can start getting a better grasp on things in the not too distant future. Within the next release or two. Right now, as I mentioned earlier, and I probably mention every stream, we're trying to really make sure the new user experience is better. Because we lose a lot of players just in the new user experience because there's a lot of talk, and actually it's not talk. That'd probably be okay. It's read. And guess what? If you're coming in and you're coming from a different type of MMO, like you're coming from a WoW or something like that, or Guild Wars 2, you don't want to read. I mean, that's the whole thing. Like WoW even made fun of people who read, where they'd put stuff at the end of the quest, and it's like nobody really reads this stuff, right? But that is our first experience, and it was a really slow experience, so we're trying to tune that up. But yes, we will be getting to some more episode 2 stuff, including some of the more immersive stuff and other, NPCs and all that jazz. Just didn't happen for this release, but we do have the new user experience done. We got the ranking stuff done, which is, I can already tell, has to have some changes to it. Right now, the ranking stuff doesn't give you a choice to be on the list or not. Sorry. You can see how many times everybody has died. So we'll be tuning that up and improving that. Anyways, let's do the drawing, and let me go give my amazing 5-year-old a hug. Closing the giveaway. Gothic pieces. That sounds like something Travis. You should talk to List. List, are you there? Come in, List. List said he was going to join my stream. I guess he forgot or something. But anyways, List is the guy who's been making them. I'm going to try to make some of my own Tazar. But yeah, I don't know what happened to his. I'm more focused on the adventure aspect of it, like making rooms for encounters and stuff like that. So that's what you'll be getting from me. He's making the pretty stuff that goes in the store. I make the free stuff. My stuff is probably the stuff you want as much as any of them, though. Getting more encounter rooms. Hoping to get some more wave encounter rooms like the Lich Room in there right now, because the Lich Room's kind of tiny in the dungeon version. I want to get some more wave encounters in there as encounter rooms. No, I'm not going to take upper tiers and put an upper tiers room in there and take that room from upper tiers. We used to never leave upper tiers. Now we never leave our dungeon. All right, let's do the drawing. Closing the giveaway. Picking a winner. Parsifal Smith. You, sir. You are a winner. Despite what your parents say about you. Let's see if that's a name in game. Yes, it is. That would be for the observatory. Oh yeah, look how much I like them. I have 3 of them. I'm just going to carry these things around. Parsifal Smith, you are not here, which means you do not deserve this. But I'm giving it to you anyways. Send. Guys, again, thank you so much. I really got to work on doing some cooler stuff in my streams rather than standing around in the rain and the dark, staring out at empty fields. But anyways, hopefully I gave you guys some good information today. I know you guys don't come to look at the screen, but that is as I mentioned, that's the whole point I do these streams, is one, to get feedback and have a dialogue with you guys on things, but also to attract new players. They're probably not going to be attracted by charts. I know you guys really love those, but anyways, at some point here I'll show some cooler stuff, or maybe that's just what I leave to you guys, is you show off the game and make it look good, and I just stare at walls. Again, guys, thank you so much. Yeah, I gave away some formulas today and some other stuff. You guys can go back and check those numbers and make your own little spreadsheets out of them if you want to. And make Shroud great again, or skinnable. Yeah, it needs to be skinnable. Guys, thank you so much for all the support. Let's go find someone to raid their stream, and then I'm going to go give my little baby a hug. Let's see. Why can I not find this? Here we go. There we go. Poor little empty dog bed. We got Alpha Fish Stick there. We got Torque. We got Famines. We got Dubswab. We got a bunch of my favorite people here. I'm going to just do the random thing. Random 4 in the order that they are on Twitch. Random 4. That is not the command. Don't laugh at me, people. 1. Sodomath has spoken. Alpha Fish Stick, you are today's winner. Let's see. So here we go. We will raid. Let's see if I got it right. You must remember this. A kiss is just a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh. The fundamental things apply as time goes by. All right, we are off to raid Alpha Fish Stick. Make sure and give him a follow. That one was for free. I normally don't sing for free, but I had that song in my head. So, guys, again, thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow and release in 2 days. I better get busy. See ya.